Hey
Hi.
everyone, welcome back to the His and Hers the
hmm
Truth podcast. This is my beautiful wife.
Sim, great seeing everyone again and to our podcast channel.
Yeah, guys, welcome back. My name is Twan. And guys, while you're here, right, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button,
Boom.
and then of course, do us a huge solid and share and comment at the end of the video, guys. Okay, hey, check out our recent live, guys. We had a really good podcast last Sunday. Brought on a really good guest,
Yes, we
revealed a
did.
lot of information, personal information, shared a lot of, I think, good just experiences
hmm
for our viewers and you guys and gals out there, navigating the current dating market.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I wanted to, show you guys that kind of the modern dating market is kind of for everyone, not just westernized
No.
cultures. Okay. And so, guys, we're going to be following up on part two of that podcast because we had some technical difficulties with
Yes,
the
we did.
camera. So I
hmm
apologize for that, but it was a really good interview, really good, I think, experience from me. And so we're going to continue that on this coming up Sunday, the
hmm
30th at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So yeah, we're gonna continue with that. So definitely check us out. Once again, that's gonna be on Sunday the 30th at 7 p.m.
Mark your calendar.
Correct.
Upcoming Sunday.
Yep. And so, guys, as always, promised we're gonna be reacting to more obviously Asian themed
Yes.
content, honey. And this
hmm
one today really caught my eye because it says the title of the video was "How to Date an Asian Woman,"
hmm
and it's from a channel called the Owl. Anyways, it'll be on the bottom of our description, guys.
Yep.
Go check out that channel, take a look at it. So yeah, let's begin and let's see what this video has in terms of information on how to date an Asian woman.
Okay, here we go.
Do you want to know the real reason why Western men come to Asia and never look back? And what dating is really like in countries such as Thailand, the Philippines, and so on? So I was hosting an event last month in Cebu City. There was a mixture of retirees, expats, and locals, and I got talking to a recently retired guy called Mike. Mike was from the US, who recently decided to check out the Philippines to see if this could potentially be a new home. We got talking and he asked me, what is it about the Philippines or similar countries that make it such a good place to live? I said, well, to be honest with you, Mike, this place is near perfect. I mean, think about it. The food is amazing, the cost of living is low, the locals are friendly, the weather's wonderful, the women are beautiful, it's a slice of heaven. So it's no wonder why so many Westerners now move to Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, and the like. But dating does have a big impact on why some choose to live in Southeast Asia. If you're into open relationships, one-night stands, transgender dating, gay dating, straight dating, single mums dating, you name it, you will have a lot of options. And that's the thing.
Okay, real quick, honey. So,
Mm.
what do you think about the initial portion of this video? Because I think it's really targeting or I guess exposing, revealing, kind of
hmm
showing a very specific aspect of dating Asian women.
hmm
And this particular, of course, overseas. So what do you think that is, and what is your thoughts on it?
Well, that's like when you say if you're open to, dating trans this and that. That just shows that we're not very traditional now, even if it's overseas.
Yeah, that definitely is one.
So that's one of them.
But that's definitely he was talking about Philippines and Thai.
Everywhere.
Thai that Thailand especially, obviously that's been a kind of a very common thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? With all the lady boys, right?
Yeah.
And then even kind of the bar girls, that kind of the whole process,
Yeah.
sex workers. I'll use
Mm-hmm.
that term, right?
Yes.
No, so what I was pointing out was that this video is about passport bros.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was wondering which direction it was gonna go, guys. Right? I thought it
Yeah.
was either gonna be about just kind of dating Asian women in general, Western societies, and overseas. But
Mm-hmm.
this is definitely a video about how to date Asian women specifically as a passport bro,
Yeah.
right? So as a Westernized man of non-Asian,
Mm-hmm.
right, ethnicity, or maybe you're Asian ethnicity, but you're obviously more Americanized, more Western.
Yeah.
But I really think it's more focused on non-Asian men dating, obviously, so
Asian
quote
women.
unquote traditional Asian women overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's kind of where I'm getting at. What do you think about that aspect from this video so far?
Well, so far, I don't think the video, just by what we were seeing in a few seconds of it, It doesn't seem like it's traditional women or anything. It looks like more foreigners going over to Asia, and here's your benefits. But yet there's your pros and cons. Yeah, if you go over there, you want to live there, it's a little bit cheaper, it's more affordable, foods are good, whatever else, people look good. But at the same time, you're not going to get major traditional women. There's trans, there's all the other cons with it.
Yeah.
So,
The one thing that pointed out before we continue with the video, because I don't want to take too long, but the one thing he pointed out when he talked about all the benefits, right? Good food,
Yeah, that's what I'm
weather, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how he said nice people.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to clarify that because I can guarantee you that he's only talking about nice people that want to take their money,
Mm-hmm.
right? And obviously the women that want to obviously hook up with these passport bros for the opportunity of escape, right? And I'm not trying to shame any of these terms. I know I'm using terms that might sound negative, but I totally understand it, right? You have a westernized man that comes in here, more well-to-do. You hook up with him versus a local, like, one of the, the guys that in your area, your chances of obviously having a better life is better, right? But my point is, getting back to it, was that I don't think the men are really cool with this.
No.
I don't think any man in any society is cool with men from other cultures and other ethnicities going into their country and, for lack of better words, stealing their women. Right? I mean, obviously you can't do nothing about it. We live in a day and age now where it's not the old days where you can control women anymore, right? And this goes back to what my wife was saying when they talked about, the transgender, freaking there's gays, whatever. It's more of an open society. And that to show you that that's an open society. I guarantee you in some other countries that are way more traditional, because you hear about this with like some European countries, right? Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate actually had a funny story. Well, I don't know about funny, but they had a story about this where they went to some place in like, European somewhere, and the dudes were fighting them because they knew exactly what they were there for. Right? They were there to freaking fuck their women pretty much. Right? And so, like I said, I don't think dudes in general are cool with it. We just live in more of another sign, guys, that we live in more of a matriarchal society now.
More acceptance.
In many countries, the odds are not in your favor, but in Asia, the numbers are insane. This can even get to the point where you're going to have to manage your time, and this is no joke. I used to use a lot of online dating apps, but one of the reasons that I had to delete them was because the matches and the messages got too much. Let me give you an example. In December, I went back to the UK to see the family for Christmas. I decided to start online dating again. How many matches did I get in, 30 days? Well, I got 8 matches. So I decided to change my location to Manila, and how many matches did I get? Well, I got over 100 matches in less than 45 minutes. Now, I'm not trying to imply anything about myself by saying this. I'm only using this as a point to demonstrate that dating in Asia is on a completely different scale.
We have to comment about that, honey. What is your thoughts on that? So when he was obviously back in his country on the dating app, right, he only got 8 matches. When he put his app to, obviously, that he was in the Philippines, he got matched with 100 matches. So what do you think about him and just saying how it's different, totally different?
Well, one, here in America, with the status and everything and what women, are expecting is a little bit higher. Okay. And then that's including salary men. But then in Asia, hey, if you're making only 30 plus 40, maybe, hey, that's considered high. I mean, you're in the Philippines. They don't make that much money in Manila. Okay, I'm trying to say. Typical people if you're going to the poor side. So, of course, these women's are going to hit you up. I mean, you're probably, if he did the app again, I bet he's going to even get way more, Yeah.
So what does that reveal? Because you nailed it on the head, honey. Thank you. But I wanted to touch on something else as well, but that nailed it on the head. What did it reveal?
It reveals women, wants more,
And what is that?
What do you think? Money, status.
No,
all
we
that
have a term
stuff.
for that. That's the whole RP community, guys.
Yeah.
It's the whole definition why this whole community got started, right? It's the
Yeah.
whole red pilling of the
Yeah.
matrix. It's hypergamy.
Yeah.
And so what does that tell you guys? I tell you guys this all the time. And I hope, obviously I hear other channels talking about it too, guys. But I talk about it on this channel all the time because I want you guys to understand, as my Asian brothers, and of course, men viewing this channel, whether you're black, white, of other ethnicities, women are hypergamous everywhere. It's just the level of hypergamy that they have. And because you're in a lower third world, lesser to do country, right? Doesn't mean that they're still not modern,
Yeah.
right? So once they realize that they have a better option,
They're gonna
they're
go.
going to go with that option.
Yeah. Why not?
Right. So I get why passport bros, I say this all the time. I get why passport bros think they're winning because they go to this place where women's hypergamous nature is there, but their standards is lower, like my wife is saying, because the competition is more fierce and there's obviously less options of men. Right. And so it's like the opposite, right? Whereas here, of course, any normal average girl anywhere would get hundreds of hits on a dating app, thousands of hits, right? But at least as a passport bro, you go over there and you get hundreds of hits. If you're, and see, this is the other thing I want to talk about. If you're a higher value man, and I'm not saying that this guy is in the, I guess, the context of like a westernized society, but like my wife was saying, in the context of a third world country,
You are.
he's considered a high value man, right? And so this is what I got to always remind you guys out there, my viewers, is that the pool is still technically small, right? At the end of the day, you keep thinking, well, we go to these other countries, we'll have more women.
Of course.
No, but yes, but
They're-
no.
They're flocking you because you have the money.
Yes,
You
so
have more status
that's the point. The
for them.
point is they're still flocking to the top tier
what I'm
man, right? So you know that bull crap statement of there's one person for everyone. There is not. Women are still looking for the top percentage of men. Hence why we have the stat of 40% of men procreating throughout all history. It's still a low percentage of men that actually has passed on their DNA to another, generation,
Yeah.
right? So once again, guys, you still have to be high. You still have to try to become high value.
Yes.
Okay.
A good friend of mine can't talk to women in the streets. He just can't do it. So he uses online dating, or he gets really drunk at the bars and then he talks to the women there. He is a decent guy, but he has a very limited viewpoint about dating in Asia because of what he does. My other friend is the complete opposite. He would go up to a group of ladies happily and talk away. He tends to meet career women, and most of which are very decent and very attractive. And these are two different guys with two different viewpoints and experiences. There is a lot of guys who come to Asia for fun, and you know the sort of fun that I'm talking about here. And you also know that there's a lot of stereotypes about dating in Asia. So I need to warn you about a few things. Well, warning is a strong word, so let's just say a gentle suggestion. The first suggestion is to be careful of the crazies out there. A comment came in on one of my videos last week from a guy who was saying that he rejected a Thai girl and she completely flipped out, and he had to even call security. Funny enough, I've heard a similar situation numerous times. It's always nice to have a beautiful woman next to you. Just make sure
Maybe we should do a two-part on this, right? Because he's going on to a lot of topics, and guys, I want to hit each topic, right? So first thing I wanted to touch on, honey, was that the two friends situation.
Yeah.
So obviously, clearly, he talked about one of his friends being
Introvert.
beta, right? More beta. He showed a picture of a not good-looking dude, overweight, right? Awkward, shy, right?
Yeah.
But he said how he could be a nice guy, but obviously he has problem with women, right? And then he talked about his other friend who was more outgoing.
Yeah.
He showed a picture of a more handsome guy, right? More alpha, quote unquote. But you notice that he said that friend only talks to business women,
Yeah.
right? Who are a little bit better looking, and he has a little bit better time. What do you think the two outcomes potentially could be with those things?
Well, if it's for the introvert person, it's harder for him to, to meet the woman, right? And so she'll probably take advantage of him if, like probably won't take him serious, but he's like, oh, introvert, maybe I can change him and, take advantage of him. And then the extrovert, the other friend who might be decent looking and have higher expectations for a woman, business career oriented.
Yeah.
Well, those women are going to expect a little bit more out of him. Like, hey, your status need to be bumped up, or you need to do more stuff, give more.
Yeah.
So one can be controlled, the introvert, and then the other one, hey, you need to, you know, up your game, or else you're not going to have me. And then that's why he hasn't had somebody yet either.
Yeah.
Locked down.
So they didn't really say the results. I think he was trying to get into the results of either
Mm-hmm.
friend, but he kind of got sidetracked here with this whole, you know, like make sure you're careful with the whole red district and, you
Yeah.
know, streetwalkers and that type of stuff. But I get it, guys. As both of those guys, you might have better options, more
Mhm.
opportunity, right? More maybe potential outcomes in these countries,
Yeah.
right? But like my wife was saying, if you're that introverted, awkward beta dude, you're gonna get used.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think that because these women, once again, guys, I got to continue breaking this down to you guys. Just because you guys think these women are more feminine, and they are, they act more feminine, they're quote unquote more traditional, right? Because at least they realize that their options are not as great as a westernized society. And so they're realistic. That's the word I want to use. Realistic in trading their values,
Yeah.
beauty, femininity, sex,
Yeah.
for your resources.
Which is your
Women
income.
are still natural resource extractors.
Mhm.
You can't hate them on for that.
No.
That's their thing, right? And so they're
Yeah.
they're going to use you
It's survival.
for you for what you're providing them.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, luckily in this context, they will also give you what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're that beta awkward dude, she's gonna use you until, once again, guys, the hypergamous nature is gonna come through. You better keep her butt where she's at, is all I'm
Check.
trying to say. Because if
Mhm.
you bring her around a circle where she's gonna get but more potential suits,
Brainwashed.
yeah, or maybe going to meet your other friends who are outgoing, more alpha. You're leaving, and then you just think, oh, my sweet wife, who I got back in the homeland, you know, and she's quote unquote traditional and faithful to me.
Mm-mm.
Guys, we just talked about. I don't like getting into the other content spaces, right? But dude, what we talked about before, Tom Brady got divorced from his wife. Steven Crowder, a really well-known tradcon, right?
Yeah.
And I don't believe in tradcon, so I mean maybe we do that another video. But his wife recently divorced him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So no one is safe. If
Nope.
these freaking super well-known, rich, quote unquote, by all means, more alpha than you are getting broken up by these
Yeah.
females, just realize that this is women's nature.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't think that you have to just constantly improve and you can just be who you are,
Nope.
and then the other guy, you know, obviously, you know, he's more outgoing, he talks, but why do you think he's only getting with business-like type women? It's because he's a brokey.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good, like, he maybe he's funny, right?
You look decent.
Yeah, maybe he looks decent,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he's a brokey, so freaking he's getting with these business women who probably have multiple body counts already,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's the other thing too, guys. If you don't think that these women are in these other countries, we shot a recent video,
Mm-hmm.
right? Recently about a video about women in dating, right?
Yeah.
And we told you all those women in those interviews, they were talking about how they wanted big Johnsons.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about how they freaking slept with multiple partners,
Yep.
right? They're talking about how, like, if they want it shaved or not shaved, they know what that is, guys. What that means, they've seen freaking genitalia before if they know what is shaved and not shaved, right?
Yep.
So they're not traditional,
Yep.
and so he's just dating these chicks because they look at him as just a sex potential partner. So once again, it's just a modern woman
Mm-hmm.
in a different thing. Like I told you guys, it doesn't matter where you are. The software is the same.
Yeah.
The hardware might be different, but the software is the same. Okay.
Yep.
She's not as mad as a box of frogs. The second suggestion is about what you see. I'm not hating on any YouTubers here, but some of the stuff that you see and hear is not typical. Yes, you can be in a situation where you go up to a woman, chat away, and end up in bed an hour later. It happens, but it's not a normal thing unless you are at the right place at the right time, or unless she expects payment. And even if you do end up in this situation, bringing a woman back to your place where your money, your phone, or your belongings are, it can be a little bit risky, my man. The third suggestion is about your energy. I know a lot of guys who have a preference for Asian women, but it does get to the point where it becomes too much. You can easily get addicted to all kinds of things, such as using the dating apps, watching naughty videos, or meeting endless women. There are a lot of expats that I have met who are in a really bad place mentally. It's fun to have fun, but it's all about balance. If you guys need it, I will do a full
Okay, so this is that last part of the video. We're gonna do a part 2, guys, because it's
Yes.
gonna be a long
It's a long
reaction.
one.
Right. So what do you think about that last one? He says, obviously you just got to be careful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the whole red light thing, right? Yeah. You're going to be dealing with a lot of sex workers kind of mixed in with normal women. And it's not really normal because a lot of these guys who are passport bros, they think they're just going to go over here, be who they are, spend some money, and the women are just going to flock to them and they're going to have sex with them on the very first night. And what he's trying to say is, no, that's not the norm unless you are really hiring
Yeah.
a bar girl, sex worker, right?
And that's what they do.
And so these guys get into a bad place. They think every woman is the thing, like should be having sex with them, right? They start watching more porn. Maybe they start hooking up with more sex workers on a daily basis, right? So what do you think about that last warning from him, honey?
It's true, because you got to think about, you're in a third world country. You're going there and, to possibly hook up with someone short term. It's not like you're going there to find a wife. And these girls, half of them know, I would say 90% know that foreigners go over there to hook up. So they're not going to be, let's say, committed to you. Okay, if they find options, someone's coming by, they will go. And when he did that little red flag warning where, hey, if you're taking the risk to take a woman to your hotel, you don't know how she is, she will take your money, your credit card, whatever identification, and use it against you. So don't think that's going to be all, dandy on the other side. It's not.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, there's always, you just have to be careful. You just have to watch your back. Just take precautions, okay? Whether you're here or in Asia is what I'm trying to tell you. So get to know people.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the clear thing is, like, guys, being RP aware, being aware of the truth, like this channel is always pushing you guys on. It's gonna make you realize that if you don't become better, this is the one thing that going mainstream has made the RP community expose, and we haven't seen 100% of it yet. Yeah. But what you guys don't realize is that if you don't, there's only two options. The truth, the revealing of the Matrix has only showed two options. Either one, MGTOWing, walking away, just not dealing with women, right? Or two, better be the best you can be, right? Or I guess there is a third option. Plug yourself back in the Matrix and just kind of follow the Matrix structure.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of blue pill content out there. I'm not going to name their names, right? But you guys know who they are. Blue hair, apple and peach. We talk about it right all the time. But, right? They adhere to the Matrix guidelines.
Yeah.
Right? Like they know, hey, not everyone can be the alpha. Not everyone can be a Andrew Tate. Not everyone can be the top tier guy. So they dislike these guys because that solution doesn't fit everyone.
Yeah.
And they are right in that sense. I get it. Not everyone's going to become the top guy. But would you rather be that, right? Pursue being the best you can be and hopefully try to get the best outcomes? Or would you rather be like Cypher from the Matrix and just plug yourself back into the Matrix?
And just take it.
And be like these guys and continue being beta, continue being blue pill, continue getting used by women.
Getting used by society,
right? And then try to fool yourself. What was that Ethan Klein dude, right? Yeah. Continue to fake believing that you're happy when you're not, when you're clearly not. You're out of shape. You're ugly. You're freaking right.
You're not trying.
You're not trying.
You have to try to progress and make yourself better. If you don't, I'm sorry to say, you're just gonna live in that sad box of yours. Yeah. Only you can change, which is yourself. Only you can change your mind. Only you can make a difference. If you don't want to do that, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but the key is, if you know the truth, I would rather have you guys know the truth and make your decision based upon that truth. Yeah. Either like you guys know the solution. Men are adapting. Like we that's kind of what we're known for. We as men, we adapt. Which now you guys know the truth. Which direction do you guys want to choose? Okay. Hey guys, we're going to continue part 2 of this video at another time. But guys, thank you for joining us this time. Check you guys next time.
See ya. Bye.
Join us as we give you guys a glimpse into our lives, give you guys advice, hopefully give you guys entertainment value as well too, and provide you guys better outcomes.
Yes.